Juventus are making big transfer moves. The Europa League has come under fire yet again. Barcelona are looking for the new Suarez. We've got a roundup of the day's transfer rumours, and of course, we have this week's great debate. That and more coming up in the next few minutes as I'm your host, Matt Froelich. You are the One Footballers, and this is the Daily News. So first off, to Juventus, and while they'll be looking for a new manager within the next few weeks, they've already identified a brand new player in the shape of Lazio's milinković-savić. Now, the midfielder hasn't had the best of seasons, especially compared to the wonderful year that he had last season. However, this hasn't stopped Juventus putting in a bid of around 100 million euros for him. It's said that they've already agreed personal terms, and all that's left to do is hash out the exact price with a notoriously difficult to deal with Lazio owner. If this move does go through, it'll be a new-look Juventus midfield next season, along with Aaron Ramsey, who they've agreed to sign their free transfer from Arsenal, but that was ages ago. That was way back in January, but it does also mean that the likes of Blaise Matuidi or Mhikitaryan could be on the way out. And next up to the Europa League, where yet again the final is looking like an absolute disgrace. After all the ticket allocations and the nonsense about it being ridiculously difficult and expensive to get there, things are now looking even worse as Arsenal midfielder Mhikitaryan will not be able to travel or play in the game for fear of his security. Basically, he comes from Armenia, with the final being in Azerbaijan. The political tensions between the two have meant that they're fearing for his security and have decided that he is not going to play the game. How on earth do UEFA expect people to respect the Europa League and get involved in the competition when they make such ridiculous decisions? They've got a final in a country a million miles away that nobody really wants to go to, that is ridiculously difficult to get to, the allocation shit, and lastly but not least, there is such political turmoil that one of the players can't even play in their showpiece event. It's an absolute joke from start to finish, and I don't really think many people are going to be fans, even if they were in the first place, of the Europa League or the final. Instead, both teams, to be honest, should just boycott the game altogether. They might as well just play it somewhere else and really show you way for what a terrible decision they've made. Maybe they can both play at Spurs' new stadium. And next up, to the future of Luis Suarez. It's clear that this is something that Barcelona are thinking about. They are obviously making big plans for when they don't have Lionel Messi anymore. However, Suarez is a bit more imminent. Yes, he had a fantastic season and he'll probably be their #1 striker next season, but what about beyond that? Well, that's why they have looked to Celta Vigo's Maxi Gomez. The 22-year-old has been in great form again this season, bagging 13 goals and 5 assists, but they've offered a deal that is just not enough. Around 25 million euros has been placed on the table, but Celta Vigo are looking more for his release clause of around 40 million euros. This is the kind of money that apparently both Tottenham and West Ham are willing to pay because, well, it's the Premier League and they've got loads more money to throw around. As to whether or not Maxi Gomez will actually leave is yet to be seen. However, the chance of jumping up to a team in Europe like Spurs or Barcelona is obviously a massive jump for him, considering that Celta Vigo finished 17th this season in La Liga, just one spot outside the relegation places. This comes a few days after it looks like Barcelona have missed out on signing Mhikitaryan, as he agreed a deal to Real Madrid earlier in the week, so reports have said. Of course, this isn't official just yet, but it looks like Barcelona have got a few plans up their sleeve should they miss out on their first target. So next up we come to the transfer rumours as we break into the transfer window, where all sorts of news will be happening thick and fast. So you guys let me know in the comment section down below any rumours you hear throughout the day. But for now, Mario Hermoso, the Espanyol defender, is apparently interesting Bayern Munich, PSG and Arsenal, with all of them needing some defensive cover for the upcoming season. Out of contract midfielder Varane and Mata could be moving from Manchester United to Newcastle. Rafael Varane has said that he'll be staying at Real Madrid next season after an inconsistent year for Los Blancos. And lastly but not least, Olivier Giroud has signed a 1-year extension at Chelsea. So lastly but not least, we come to this week's great debate because it's a Wednesday. This is where our team at the OneFootball newsroom set you guys the question and you can find their answer in the relevant article in the OneFootball app. But for this video from you guys, I want to hear about in the comments section, where should Massimo Allegri go next? Now that he's leaving Juventus at the end of the season, which big European team could do with him in charge? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. For me, I think the answer has got to be Chelsea, especially if Maurizio Sarri heads in the other direction and takes over at Juventus. Chelsea haven't had the best track record with managers in the last few years and seem to be sacking them or not really trusting them. However, bringing in someone like Max Allegri with a huge name, a massive reputation, and someone who is clearly a quality coach, well, they could do no worse. So there you have it. That's all from today's daily news. Of course, let me know your thoughts and everything else in the comment section down below. What transfer rumours have you heard throughout the day, and where do you think Massimo Allegri should be going next? Whilst you're down there, you can also smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.